Hello, let's play a bunch of daily word games. Today's bonus game is Clues by Sam, which I've had requested to play quite a bit. This is an easy one today, so I just played the tutorial off camera, and so I'm able to explain the game. We're then going to play the normal games that we play in this series, the daily game series, which happens once a week, which is not confusing at all. So these are games that you might consider playing every day if you enjoy word games and puzzles and things like that. All right, so let's play Clues by Sam. The idea is we need to determine logically who on the grid is innocent and who is guilty or a criminal, and we have to follow the clues in order to do that. So Freya, and everyone always speaks the truth, which is nice. There are no innocents above Zavi who neighbor Phil. So we need to find Zavi. Here's Zavi. There are no innocents above Zavi who neighbor Phil. Now, where is Phil? Phil is here. So that means these two have to be criminals. All right. Oh, no, it's you. I guess we can give up now. All right. There are more criminals than innocents to the right of Phil. So if there are only two to the right. So this is a criminal. They both have to be criminals. Otherwise, there would be an equal number. Hal, okay, so Hal is one of the 11 innocents on the edges. So there are 11 innocents on the edge. Hal is one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There are 14 in total. So there are 3 criminals on the edges, including this one. It's good to know. So let's keep that not... let's keep that not faded. Zara is the only one with only one innocent neighbor. Zara has an innocent neighbor, and is the only one with exactly one, or with only one innocent neighbor. Okay. So I'm clearly missing... okay, so Linda needs another innocent neighbor, because Zara's the only one with exactly one. So Gabe is innocent, the pilot. Both criminals in column C are connected. So it says both criminals. That means there's only 2 criminals. So this Cheryl is innocent. Only one of the 2 innocents in row 3 is Hal's neighbor. So only one of the 2 innocents in Hal's C. So where's Hal? Hal is here. So that means Linda is innocent. And that's all we get. Oh, but there's 2 innocents in the row, so we keep that not bold or not faded. No singer has a criminal directly above them. So we need to find the singers. So that's an innocent. Is there another singer? No, that's it. Okay. Ellie, where's Ellie? Here, has exactly 4 innocent neighbors. So we've already found 2. So only one of these is a criminal. But we don't know which. Is there more? How about the edges? There's 3 criminals on the edges, if I counted correctly. 4, 8, plus 6. Yeah. One of 2 innocents in row 3. So okay, so we know there's another innocent. There's exactly 1 innocent in row 3, and Ellie has 4 innocent neighbors. So that means Bruce, the cop, is innocent. Okay, there are more criminals among coders than any other profession. Okay, so there's already 2 criminal coders. So if we have a criminal clerk, there can't be another criminal clerk. So you're innocent. Each row has at least 2 innocents. So that means we need another innocent in this row. Deborah and Wanda have an equal number of innocent neighbors. So where's Deborah? So Deborah has 3 innocent neighbors. That means Wanda has 3. So that means that Wanda can't have any more. So Vera is a criminal. That means the other cop is not a criminal. We already knew that. Okay. So there's only one more along the edge, one more criminal along the edge. Linda has more criminal neighbors than Oscar. Linda has 3 criminal neighbors. So Oscar can't have 3 or more. Where's Oscar? Here. Oscar gets at most 1 more criminal. one of these is a criminal, and that does neighbor Oscar. And we knew that from a different clue. And so Wanda has to be innocent, right? Let me make sure I did that right. Linda has more criminals than Oscar. So Oscar gets at most 2 criminals. We know one's here and one's in these 2. So Wanda is innocent. Hal has more innocent neighbors than Oscar. Where's Hal? Hal. Oh, you know what? It's alphabetical. That helps. Sorry. Hal has more innocent neighbors than Oscar. Oscar has 3 innocent neighbors because one of these is innocent. Those are the other 2. Hal also has 3 right now. That means Deborah is innocent. There's an odd number of innocents neighboring Freya. So, an odd number of innocents. Right now we've got 2. So we need 1 more innocent next to Freya. Or 2 more innocents next to Freya. I don't know if that helps me. Did I finish Linda? Okay, Linda and Oscar. I think that one's fine. Hal has more innocent neighbors than Oscar. I think we're fine with that. Deborah and Wanda have an equal number of innocent neighbors. I think I did that one. Each row is at least 2 innocents. That's fulfilled. We know one of these 2 is... One of these is innocent, one's guilty. I think... We know that one of these 2 is a criminal. Do we? No, I didn't. I forgot about Zara here. Oh, Zara's the only one with only 1 innocent neighbor. Can we apply that anywhere now? No, I don't. I think everyone's got a bunch of innocents right now. So there's an odd number of innocents neighboring Freya. So Freya right now has 4 neighboring innocents. So we need to add one or all 3, but it can't be all 3. Okay, sorry. Freya has 4 innocents. I mean, to make it odd, we need to add 1 or 3, but we can't add all 3 of these as innocent because then we won't have one of these 2 be a criminal. So we're only adding one. The one here that's innocent is the 1 innocent that Freya gets. So Ellie is a criminal. And then that means, so now we have the 3 on the edges from that initial clue. So both Isaac and Zara are innocent, and Julie is a criminal. There we go. All right, cool, perfect. Well, that was fun. I'll definitely play that more in the future. Hope you enjoyed it as well. Let's move on to Dordle. Unfortunately, guilty. Let's do guilt. That's fun for the Dordle. Ooh, that's lucky. The left one starts with G. I'm gonna guess the right word because it has less info. I always guess the one with less info to get the most info out of the guess. Snort seems good. All right, now the left might have enough info. I think it's gonna be groan. Oh, darn. There was another option there. Groan with an A. Let's not waste a guess on that in case it's wrong. The question is, am I confident enough that this groan is the only word left? Because if so, we get an A for free. But if there's a possibility there's another word, then we lose a guess for no reason. I'm pretty confident. Darn it. I wasn't confident enough. That's what I mean. All right, well, at least we got an A out of that. Let's guess this right word. Asset. Nope. Okay, I have to get both of these now. If I can figure out what this is, what's the other option? Groin? Oh, there's been an I this whole time. It's groin. Oh my gosh. I hate when I make these mistakes like that. All right, well, at least I got it. So there's no I on the right. S is forced to be, it's forced to be ST because S isn't here or here or here. Let's make sure we use all the info we have. And then it seems like it would be an AST. There's an E as well. So EAST. Oh no, it's East. Feast. Beast. Yeast. I think I would be fine if I hadn't guessed grown and grown, which weren't possible because there was an I. That's really unfortunate. Now I have at best a 1 and 3. There might be more. What do we think? Yeast or beast or feast? Dordle likes weird words, so I'm going to do yeast. No, it was beast. Okay, well. I messed up Dordle considerably. Let's move on. Let's do Fibble. All right, so each guess in Fibble has a lie in it. So the coloring, one of the colors is guaranteed to be wrong. Exactly one color is guaranteed to be the wrong color. I like to use the positive info when possible. So I want to use this E and B somewhere that isn't where they are. I don't know where this B goes. It's really hard to put B anywhere but first. So you know what? A yellow B there, I think that's probably a lie. We could start with B and that could be our lie. Maybe... What does that though? Bellor. I don't know. Better? That's not how you spell that. Like, you know what? Let's just omit the B. Let's put this E somewhere. And in what? AR? OR? How do you spell femur? I think it's E. How do you spell femur? I guess we won't be doing femur. What about like an EAR? Sneer? I think that's EE. Sheer, though. Okay, so we got a contradiction. One of these R's has to be lying. So that means anything that agrees between these two words is true. Unfortunately, the only thing that agrees is that there's an E in the word somewhere. So we know we have to include an E. Now, we could say we do start with S, and then we include an E second, and then we end with R, and that deals with all of our lies. I just, maybe senior. Oh, now R has lied again, and the S's have lied. So we know there's a lie in one of these two S's, and we know there's a lie in one of these two R's. How many lies do we have total between sheer and senior? And the answer is 2, 1 per guess. So those are our 2 lies. One's in the S's, one's in the R's. So if you're not an S or an R, you're telling the truth. Now that means one of these R's is true. One of these R's must be true. One of these S's must be true. And so that means that this R, which contradicts both of these, is the lie. So there is a B in the word, not first. And we have to end in E, or start or end with E. So something like this. And then we do like saber, maybe? Does that... That doesn't really work. If I include the S first, then that means I need an R somewhere. I'm thinking SRE, but I need to include the B somewhere. What doesn't it like about this on senior? The S is the lie, the E's included. Oh, but then I can't. Hold on. If I do an S first, then there's no R. Oh, sorry. Okay, S first, there is no R. So Sable then. Oh, no, I can't use the A. Something like that. Is Sybel a word? No. What are we doing here? Is there a BE maybe? IBE? Okay, maybe it's the other way around. Maybe we do have an R. Maybe the S is lying. There's no S. So we could just end in like BRE or something. Libra or something like that? No. Start with E. Ebb. I think ending in E is the way to go. What about something RBE? That's bribe? I can't start with B though. Is there an RIBE that I'm not thinking of? Tribe. There it is. That was the answer. I think that was the only thing left. All right. Let's do Betweenle. We'll start with tribe. Okay, so our word is 36% away from the beginning and 54% away from tribe. So is that going to put us like in the H's? Let's try house. I think it's the H's or the G's. Let's do a really late G just to see where we are. Like guys. Okay, we are in the G's. GR maybe, like grift. All right, we're after grift. Grunt, we're probably before grunt. We are. Oh, we're way before grunt. Okay, so maybe something like gross. Very close to gross. Is there RQP grope? No. Right before grope. Groom? There we go. Okay. Don't grope the groom, I guess. All right. Got it in however many. 8. Okay. Let's continue. We will start word 500 with the groom. Gotta love the double letter starts in word 500. 1 green, 1 yellow. One of the O's is going to be green. Let's say the middle is green. And we'll bring in the R. I don't think I'll, yeah, I don't think I want to bring in the other O right now. So the other option, actually, maybe I can do it, is to do just an OO word. Can't be robot, but is there an OO word like this? This is what I mean by OO. I don't know how it could be misinterpreted as other things. There's got to be more than just robot. Motor, but there's no M. Wow, groom eliminated a lot of those options. Color, no R. Why is it so hard to think of these? Is This is too limited. Let's not do it. Let's actually just bring in this O in the middle, and we'll bring in the R. So does it make more sense to do R something? No, except if I wanted the R second, we'd have to start with O or end with O. I don't like that right now. Okay, so maybe like an ORT or something, like snort. That's perfectly fine. Snort has 1 green. So let's say it's the O. And let's say we don't have another O. And let's say we don't have the R. So we need the G or the M. And we don't have SN, R, or T. Okay. So where are we putting the G or the M? Not where they are. Is there like an M? Wait, what can I do here? I'm trying to think. It's not O in the middle. AGO? I am AMO? EMO? IMO? UMO? It's a mole. Hey, it accepted a mole. Oh, okay. So O is potentially yellow here. No. This is 1 green, this is 1 yellow. The letters in the same spot can't be in. So there is just no O. So I think we maybe just have R second. No. I think we have an R fourth. And then start with G or end with M. And then one of these is yellow. I would think the E, but let's see. So I'm thinking just to start trying to end with RM. Could be ARM, ERM. Oh wait, no, then the M would be the yellow here. So we wouldn't have the A or the E. What does that? Like an IRM. Oh my gosh, I scrolled. Like an IRM. I wonder if G is the way to go here. Okay, let's look at the G instead. So no M. We have a G green here. And then we could have the L, E, or A as yellow. So G something something R. We can have an A, we can have an E, we can have an L. Is there a G, L, something R that would actually work here? I thought of glory, but there's no O. But I could guess glory to see if I'm on the right track. At this point, I think I will. 2 greens with glory. So the R and the G could be green here. So no L. So we need like GA or GE. What the heck does this do? Or I got the L right and not the G. Like an L something RM. Alarm? No, that doesn't work. It's so close though. I'm going to try it. Alarm has 2 greens as well. What the heck? Okay, so let me try glare as well. Glare has 3 greens. So I'm thinking we have the G. I'm thinking this A is yellow and it's green here. No L's. The R is green here. No, the A can't. Oh, sorry. A is red. Yeah. I think this works. Green, yellow, yellow, 2 greens, 2 greens. I think this is it, but I don't know what word this could possibly be. What goes between the G and the A? GWA, GUA? Oh, guard. There we go. It's one of those GU words. Okay. That was an interesting solve. Let's do Polygonle. So this repeats and this repeats. Well, it's not going to be ing at the end. Ooh, what does that? Maybe ending in S helps here. And then like a double E or double O. T. Toots. Poops. Dudes. Deeds. I don't know. Is there some way to do like, if we could do like an E at the end and then, or no, sorry, I want this to be like an ER maybe. Yeah, something like NNER, LLER. Then a vowel here. I'm trying to like get the letters in the right spot so that my brain fills in the gaps right, but like propeller doesn't quite work. Like a teller. I feel like I'm close, but not. Esser. Or if I want an R, I could do est. Or I could still end in S. Like the word spelled, but I need another letter. Is there like an STR strept? Thought maybe that would be a word. I'm not seeing it. Victor. Is there something like this? Strel, strep, stren, streg. I guess I'm going to have to do a filler. I'm going to do strength as a filler today. Okay, there are 2 T's, and they're not here. So the T's have to be here. The E's are here. And it seems like we end in S. Darn it. I'm kind of in the same situation I was in. It could be something like this. Like posited. That's not how you spell that, I suppose. I'm going to guess besetted. Oh, that's not how you spell that either. I think I'm just going to need another filler. I'd like to end in S if I can. Whatever, I just want some info. All right, we do end in S. Flushers. There's an L somewhere. Pellets? Pallets. Pallets. That's a hard word to think of. All right. So there was crest disarray, which is crazy. I didn't think about ending in Y. Gazelles, gazetted, impelled, impeller, inferred, interred, pallets, paneled, sawtooth. Sawtooth feels different than all the other ones. All right, let's do the mini. Seethe. No, that's an E. Peach. EA. What actually does this? Beach. Okay, not double E. How about tunes? Not double O. What are we doubling up here? An R, perhaps? Like, or R, or like a double L? Alloy? Interesting results. We start with O. We end in LY. What the heck? Oddly. What an odd word. All right. Let's do Symble. With Symble, we always start with Blaze. It's the one game I have a consistent start for. I think we end in E. We can test that with Rouse. We do not have an E. So this is the yellow. So we probably end in L, if I had to guess, which I do. Out of B, L, A, and Z, I would think the L would be the most likely to end with. Now we start with an O, U, or S. So, and then this is an O or a U. So I'm thinking start with R and then do like OL, if that's a thing. We can do UL. No, not start with R. Start with S, sorry. And with OL, we could do RL. Oh, snarl is, oh, there's no A. And it can't be double OL. Or the star would have been here, not here. So it's not something like spool. What about a UL? Problems we can't do like OUL. We could start with U and then do OL. That doesn't seem good. I mean, I could end in like an A, I suppose. We could do like an S first and end in RA, but what does that? We could do O or U first. Ultra. Ultra doesn't quite work. Thinking U and then RA. But Ultra is the only word I can think of that does that. Umbra, but there's no B. Ultra and Umbra are the ones. So what about like an O and then RA? I don't know. I may have to do a filler. I can't think of this. Snarl is a decent filler here. It is RL. Swirl. If only I'd actually just typed out the RL. I think I could have gotten that in 3 without a filler. If I just looked at SRL, my brain would have filled in swirl. I'm almost positive about that. Oh well. Let's do Fusele. We're going to start with swirl, and we're actually getting symbol clues here. So this blue means there's an S, W, R, or L in the middle. We can't test it here, though, because this has incognito tiles here. We won't learn the colors of these. But we could just try a word with one of those in the middle. What if we did like an LLY word? This seems like a bad time to do that, actually. Let's do like, I mean, salty comes to mind, but we don't really want to use the S. You know, it's not a bad filler because we'll learn if the S is yellow, we know where it goes. It goes in the middle. So let's just try it. Okay, so there's no S, no T or Y. Okay, well. Here we have to guess a word with the vowels removed. So levitates becomes LVTTS. So it has to be a 5 consonant word where we only include the consonants. I'm thinking something like something with an L in the middle. This is a really hard one to come up with good words for. When I have all the letters, I like sternal because it's just the common letters that happens to be some kind of word. I don't know. Sometimes you can just type random letters and hope it's a word. Common ones are good. No. I don't think that's going to work today, though. We could do like an ED word. I'm trying to think what puts that L in the middle. I could try an R as well. But I feel like once I know if L's in the middle or not, I think we're good because it's going to be an R. I don't think it's going to be a W. But we'll see. I could try the R in the middle instead. That helps. Cool. Darn it. I'm tempted to do sternal and moved on. I'm not able to think right now. Is there one with R here? No. Something like pondered would be good, I think. All right, so we know it's an R in the middle, and none of these other letters are in. Okay, here we're going to get a lie, unfortunately, but at least we know the R's in the middle. We can see if there's 2 R's with Führer. Wow, it's juror. Okay. The lie was in the one place we knew information, which was very lucky. Okay, cool. That's not an easy word for sure. Pondered worked out. I mean, I was trying not to repeat a letter, but it's fine. I think actually an ing word would have been great because that fills in that ng at the end. I now just thought of it, but anyway, we got it. We got there. Cool. Well, those are the games for today. I hope you enjoyed them. If you did enjoy it, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.